Hey guys, welcome to today's lesson. Today we are going to do a short exercise of trying out to do object detection. Okay, a little bit of machine learning, but instead of doing it on a Raspberry Pi, which many of you do not have yet, okay, or have not have a hands on yet, you're going to use Google Colab instead. Okay, and Google Colab is a short form for Google Collaboratory. Okay, so and we are going to be using YOLO architecture. Okay, let's find out more about this. Okay, first of all, what is the Google Colab? Okay, most of the machine learning examples of the projects that you have seen so far and selected, they run on the Raspberry Pi because we are using Python programming, okay, and Python codes. But since many of you do not have a Raspberry Pi at home to try out yet. Okay, so how can you try some of these projects without having such a machine or Python installed at home on your computers? Okay, so what we can do is we can use the Google Collaboratory, and this is a free online cloud-based Jupyter notebook environment. Okay, a Jupyter notebook is one of the ways that you can use to test and run your Python codes. Okay, that allows us to train our machine learning, create our models, and also deep learning models. Okay, so basically what they're telling you is that even if you don't have anything installed, you don't have any computer set up, you don't have any Raspberry Pi at home, you can actually run some of these Python codes by just using Google Colab on the internet using a browser. Okay, so let's see how we can do this. Okay, so what do you actually need to use the Google Colab? Okay, it doesn't matter which computer you have, what configuration is it, whether it's a high end or low end, whether it's a cheap or expensive computer, and how you can still use Google Colab because all you need is a Google account and a web browser. Okay, so let's say if you have a Google account, you can surely try the example that I am going to show you later, step by step. But if you don't have, you can just watch the video and see how it's done. Okay, and maybe if we had a chance to do it together, we can try it out. All right. Okay. So how do you go to Google Colab? This is the link to go to Google Colab and sign in. Okay. So if you are able to sign in using your Gmail or Google account, okay, this is what you will see when you first come in. All right. Um, and as some of you seen in the videos that we put up for the projects they are doing, we are actually running some codes using line commands to start the Python codes. Okay. Um, Even though what you see on the Google Colab is a browser, you can actually still use Google Colab cell to run terminal commands. Okay, the codes that we type in the Raspberry Pi, these are known as your terminal commands. Okay, so these terminal commands are actually those codes that we type out, okay, literally using your keyboard, okay, and to run the Python codes. Okay, and when you are using the Google Colab, you do not have to do any setup or anything because most of the libraries or anything that is needed are already automatically installed for you, so all you have to do is run the code. But in any case that you do want to run some other, let's say you're doing some other projects and you need to run some other Python libraries, you can always install it yourself by just running the commands like this. See, pip install. These are commands that we always run to install libraries or things that we need to run the project, the codes in your Raspberry Pi. So you can actually do such commands just like line by line in your Raspberry Pi. Alright. Okay, so today we are going to do YOLO version 3 using PyTorch. Okay, on the Google Colab environment. So we don't have to install anything, we don't have to set up anything. All we need is to be able to log into Google Colab and run some codes that have already been written. Okay, but because what we want to do is we want to learn how these codes processes videos that you collect and how they do the boundaries to pick up objects and compare with the machine models that you have trained for. Okay, for those of you who do not know what YOLO stands for, YOLO stands for you only look once. Okay, and this is actually popular real-time object detection because it's very fast and it takes less time for you to process your video. Okay, so I will go through the codes for processing the video in the example and what's happening to the videos inside the Google in every frame. Okay, we will not talk about anything about the YOLO because we just want to try out the codes. All right. Okay, so now this is where I'm going to start videoing the step by step. Okay, and the sample codes are in this link below, which I'm going to put it up later in SLS if you want to try out. But before you click on this, you need to make sure that you have your Google account ready. And if you do not have one, you can just watch. There's a video how the code works and maybe try it out later. Okay, so this is the code for now. Alright, so I am going to switch to what happens if I click this. Okay, okay, so once you click that link, you will come to this page. Okay, you can see this is already my Google Colab environment, and you can see over here, this is my what you call is my code cell. Okay, where all the codes are open. Okay, and you will see that when you click that link, they will automatically open the codes. Okay, you can see this extension IPYNB. This is your Jupyter notebook environment. Okay, so this Python file is actually called YOLO v3 video dot ipnynb. Okay, in the Jupyter environment. Okay, and each one of these, you can see I can click. This is known as your code cells. Okay, and I know it looks very complicated, but because these codes are already been written by somebody, so all we are going to do is we just going to run them without having to write a single line of code. Okay, but I'm just going to explain what each code is doing so that you understand a bit. Okay, and you can see that the person who are coding this, they also wrote some documentation, so for you to some comments for you to know. So as you can see, first of all, this first line here is your cloning the git repository, okay, where the codes are located, so that everything that they are needed by this project is they make a copy for you here. Okay, and this second part is where, okay, later on when we run it, it will run for you. So this second part is talking about preparing your YOLO tree, your YOLO for you. Okay, and all the codes and the libraries that they need. So when they're doing all this import here, this is actually importing all the libraries that is needed for Python to run. Okay, and this portion here when they parse is to input the things that they need in the command code. Okay, so this first part here for me summarize for you is just talking about how they are going to import the YOLO model that has already been trained and how they are going to use it to use the weights. Okay, weights are from the models that they already prepared, and to go and take the video that we are going to provide them later and break it down frame by frame. Okay, they're going to draw boundaries over objects that they find in each frame of the video that you upload. And then from there, they are going to compare to the model what object in the video is, and then they will detect that object for you and name it. Okay. This is the main code. So you can see this first part is not just preparing the YOLO model, but also the architecture, but also at the same time they are doing the video processing for you. Okay, later when we run it, then you will see how it works. Okay, so over here, the second part is about Git clone to get short videos. Okay, so they prepared some sample videos for you. So once you run this, they will download for you, and they will go and so we have some samples to play around with. Okay, over here the actual processing of the video. So we are going to upload the video that we have copied the sample, and then they're going to start processing the video. Okay, and then doing the uh, picking up all the objects from the video. Okay, next over here because we want them to show the output. What happens after they do the video processing? So we want them to output back so we can see straight away on our screen instead of downloading and looking at our own laptop or computers. Okay, so we are gonna do this, but this is about video processing. They can go compress it back and upload as a MP4. Okay, and over here is another example where they're using a different video. The first video we are using people walking, but over here the second video is about a video of a kitten. Okay, so later on we will go and try it out. Okay, so let's run the codes now. So how do I run the codes? Okay, so before that you can see over here this is for your codes. Okay, and over here this is your the folders that you will see. Sorry, when I click the files here, you can see these are also folders of the files that you can see. Okay, so oops, what did I do? Okay, so let's run now. Okay, first I'm gonna run this git clone. Okay, so all I have to do is I will go and click this play button at the side here. Okay, so you get this warning, you just say run anyway. So I will run and wait for a while. So let it process. You can see it's processing now. It might take a little bit because they are doing the YOLO processing, but most of the time it's quite fast. You can see it's already done. Okay, so next I am going to run the codes now, preparing all the YOLO and importing all the libraries. Okay, so let's run it now. Okay, so it's running. Okay, so they are downloading the weights, which is can be a bit long. So let's just wait for a while. Okay, so it's done already. So you can see it's only 3 seconds. It's quite fast. Okay, next we are going to go to the part where we are going to clone to make a copy of the video so that we can run it in our Google Colab environment. So let's run this now. So each time you want to run that cell of code, you will just click this like a play button. Okay, and it will process the code. So let's run this now. Okay, you can see they are downloading the video now. Okay. Okay, so let's try now to process the video. So it's already done. Okay, so I'm gonna run this video now. Okay. Okay, it's done also. Okay, let's run the next part of processing the video. Okay, let's run this cell now, path of the video. Okay, so in this video that we have downloaded earlier is called your Opera House. Okay, so now they're gonna process this video. Okay, it's gonna take a while. Okay, so you can see that this is the video we are uploading. Okay, so you can test it out. You can just click here and play. Okay, so it's a 4-second video. Because we are doing the processing online, we do not want it to be a very big video. The bigger the video, the longer it will take to process. Okay, so now we are going to compress this video, and we are going to process to do the object detection. Okay, so let's run now. Okay, so as you can see, now this 4-second video that we uploaded earlier has been processed. And if you maximize this later on, I'm gonna play now, you can see that the video has been processed. They are detecting all the people that are in this video. Okay, all right, so let's go to the next example. The next example that we have made a copy of during the video clone over here is the video of a kitten. So let's process this video now, this kitten, see whether our video now, after we do our processing, whether they can detect the kitten. Okay, okay, so you can see that they have uploaded and also processed the video at the same time of this kitty or the cat. Okay, so now, okay, so now I want to say, I want to try. This is all example videos that they have given. What if you want to try using your own video? Okay, so to do this, you need to upload your video inside this input video folder. Where can I find this input video folder? Okay, you can see over here. Okay, the table of contents and so on. This thing looks like a folder that says files here. I will click here. All right, and you can see there's a input video folder. Okay, so let's click the input audio folder here, and you can see the examples that we downloaded earlier is here. So what if I want to upload my own video? Okay, so right now I have already prepared my own video. It's a very short video of things on my table. So let me go and find them. Okay, so I have some videos here. Give me a second. Okay, so you can see the collab test here. I've taken a photo of a keyboard, pen, and a cup and a bottle on my table. So what I do to put inside this input video folder, all I have to do is just click my video, and I'm going to drag it inside here. Okay, so I just put it inside here, and they will start to upload. Okay, um, so because this is all free, so you, for testing purposes, it's here. But if you leave there, you leave your files here, of this, after a few days it will be deleted. So now I will upload first. So you can see that I have a video that is already uploaded here. Okay, the Google Colab. So how do I add this video now? I want to test out my own video. Okay, all right. Okay, so you can see that I have edited here, and I put the name. This is the name of my own video, which is Colab test mp4. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to do one addition over here. I'm just going to use this kitty code. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I am going to just change the word kitty to my file name now. Okay, I'm just going to edit here. I just click there and I can type into the codes directly. I'm going to change to collab test. Okay, the name of your own video file. Okay, after that you put there. Everything else going to be the same, but I'm just going to change this kitty into my own test file called the collab test. So now I'm going to run it and process it. Okay, just remember that if your video is very big and very long, I only took a 14-second video. Okay, so if you took even longer video, then it's going to take a long time to do this processing. So let's wait, take a while, because early on all the other videos are just 4 seconds, but over here it's 14 seconds. Okay, so you can see that this is my video that I recorded earlier using my handphone, and just now you can see I just drag it into the input folder. So let's see whether they have detected the things on my table accurately. Okay, so the keyboard, yes. Cup, bottle. Oh, see, they are not detecting they're detecting the pen as a toothbrush, maybe because of the lighting. But at least the bigger items are easily detected here. Okay, but this is a post-processing video. Okay, so uh, so the time it takes, the video is very fast here. So the challenge is making a video that's detecting objects live. Okay, so you see whether you can try it. If you can, then it's good. If any problems, you can just feedback to me, and then we see how it goes. All right.